Hello YouTube. Bald man here, back building an airplane. This is Wings video number 22. We're working on the left spar, attaching the ribs to that with the flat brackets. And I remember when I did the flat brackets on the right wing, I had some issue with getting the squeezer on all of the rivets. Apparently I didn't have an issue with that for these. I had just maybe thought about it a little bit differently or something. I don't know. But I was able to get all of these with the squeezer in some way, shape, or form, so I didn't have to use the rivet gun on those at all. I always like using the squeezer better. Well, I should qualify that. I like the squeezer for consistency. I do not like it for its usability. Because after using it enough, it's really damn heavy. And just the motion of using that tool, a very heavy tool, and a constant repeated motion of pushing the trigger upward and then over to like unlock and then set is something like when I do a bunch of dipples, my arm or my elbow hurts. Like it gives me tennis elbow. So it's a great tool, gives you great results, but I guess the word I'm looking for is ergonomics. The ergonomics of using it suck. So, whatever. I have taken to using the DRDT2 dimpler for a lot more stuff, but you know, you can't use it on everything. It's also unwieldy, so whatever. But anyway, to the spar sitting on the table there. Putting the bolts in and the nuts in a certain orientation. There was a question about this on Slack the other day, and I don't really know that anybody came up with a good answer of why some bolts go in from the back and some bolts go in from the front. Best guess of everybody seemed to be just because the way that you're supposed to torque the nut and hold the bolt head. So based on access to either side, you had to, there was an assumption that you put them that way because of the access available to you. I also realized I was doing something stupid and using a socket that just was, I can't remember what size an AN4 or AN3 bolt uses as a wrench on the nut side. I guess they're technically MS24012 or something like that nuts. But I think they're 3/8, and they are annoyingly small, and the bolts for them, or anyway, the socket that I had like a curved outer edge on it, so it would slip off the nuts very easily, and that was really annoying. Let's see here, 14, 15, no, 14, section 14, wing ribs. I want to know. So anyway, I found a different socket. It worked really a lot better for torquing them down. It wasn't slipping off as I was torquing them down. The nuts are, MS21042-3. That's what they are. Sidetracked. That's how I always operate. What have I done in the meantime while I was looking at the plans? Oh, I was just torquing these down. Okay, that's fine. And also, oh, right, yeah, I didn't. There's a slight dance you have to do between the flange rivets and the nuts and bolts as well. And I think that's another reason you put them in for one side or the other. Just, you have to. No, that's why you put them in a certain order. Yeah, you can't get access to the first flange rivets if the bolt is in the way on some of them, but you have to have the bolt in the way for at least temporarily to do the rivets that set the ribs to the web of the spar. So there's kind of a little dance you have to do there in sequencing, but it's not too big of a deal. Anyway, that's it for this one. Stupid off track talking, but we'll see you next time for maybe some rear spar stuff, I guess.